I'm here to expose those 4 that have worked for me. Hey, it's G. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about glute exercises. 4 top glute exercises. The 4 top glute exercises that I know for sure push you to your limits, because it's a lot of them, but let's just be honest, some of them are just like one of them ones. Not only on my first workout journey, but also I'm on my second workout journey. If you're following my channel, or if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, I am on a lean bulk journey, and I have some scientific proof. By this point, scientifically eliminated. I've done the scientific method by eliminating all the weak glute exercises that you just don't need to be wasting your time with. Okay, so number 1, when I started to add back in squat jumps, plyo work, I swear my gains was just, it was up from there. And I did have to work my way up to that point. So I would say if you're in a place where it's like intermediate and you are seeing a little bit of gains, you've been moving weight, okay, you've been doing lunges with dumbbells, or you've been doing RDLs, or you've been doing Bulgarian split squats, I would say, yeah, it's safe for you. Go ahead, try that jump squat. It's gonna get you where you need to be, like I promise you. So jump squats, I'm always super sore after those sessions, and I stayed sore for a long time. Normally when I implement something new, it will only make me sore for like the first week or so after adding it into my program. But the jump squats, every time I'm walking up the stairs like I'm getting married the next day, like dun 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 dun. These be my legs. Dun 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 dun. It just be too much. Okay, and I'm going to pan over to me doing them in the gym so you can see how I do them and ways that I make them more challenging. Speaking from a science standpoint, right? If you add a resistance band to the hips or the ankles, that's not going to do much to increase the resistance. So you want to increase the vector load. You literally do that by adding ankles to different points of the body, like your feet or your upper body, which is going to be the medicine ball. So I got ankle weights and medicine ball. Now, when you're performing these, you want to come down as low as you possibly can before jumping up, because the ground is going to be your trampoline. You're going to increase your explosiveness, which is then going to pull on different muscle fiber types, and that's going to dictate how you look. I'm going to do a separate video on that later on, but yes, those are my tips for the jump squat. Second thing that I did that really pushed me to the limit, no Rick Ross, was supersets. You could really superset anything, but what I did was I was supersetting my jump squats with lateral walks, and also where you place your band at matters. So instead of placing the resistance band around your knees or placing it around your hips, try placing it around like your toe box at the top of your foot. I also started to use ankle weights a lot more. Yeah, go ahead and superset that. So the next thing you're going to do, let's say you implement jump squats, and then go right into a superset. So Bulgarian split squats from a jump squat is a little bit crazy. That's crazy. That's a lot. I'm not even there yet. I'm not ready. So I would say, like, even if you do jump squats, maybe go into a single leg deadlift or RDL right away. Third exercise that has been killing me. So this is new. I didn't do this exercise on my first journey, but on this one, I know that it's kicking my tail, okay? And that's gonna be heel downs. So I'm going to, did that in my leg routine video, but I will show it in a gym and explain like the difference, because it's kind of tricky. It looks like a step up, but it's really not. It's the opposite. So I'm going to show the difference right now. But heel downs, just because they are so difficult, and I don't know where I was at. I don't know why I neglected these for so long and didn't, because they're literally ranked #1 on the you know, the electrode measurement studies. They're #1. I got a video on that too, the cuff video. It tells you like 4 exercises, and from then I was like, okay, let me add this in. It's madness. It's madness, but it works. So before we get into the heel downs, because I didn't get to record them, I wanted to show the piece of equipment that I use to do them on when I'm at Planet Fitness. So this is the step up platform, and I keep it on the 3rd notch. So your Planet Fitness should have it too, wherever you're at. With heel downs, you want to focus on the hip joint movement. So act like you're picking up something on the floor. You would bend at the waist and keep your chest parallel to the floor. You will be less likely to try to do a whole squat and come directly down. So focus on that movement, and it's going to activate the glutes and everything you want in this exercise a lot better. Weighted donkey kicks is #4. This is an OG one. I did this one on my first workout journey, both with the dumbbell like in the back of the calf and just manually doing it, and also doing hip hyperextension like with the machine, so where you hold on and then like you kick back. And Planet Fitness has the one where your chest is like parallel to the floor and then you're kicking your leg up and back. But that one, and then add on the ankle weights on top of it, is something crazy. So I'm gonna show that one next. Okay, so donkey kicks are very sneaky, and what I mean by that is you will unknowingly extend your knee to straighten your leg and then be kicking up, and that's going to just make it less hard, which we don't want that. We want to keep the tension in the muscle. So you want to keep that knee bent, #1. #2, you actually want to tilt your hips under you just a little bit to keep a neutral spine. Do not let your back arch at all, and just mainly focus on moving from that hip joint. Do not try to like move your lower back to get higher. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Because it's not always about the range of motion or how high you can kick up. It's about the quality of that kick. Like, what are you keeping intact when you kick, if that makes sense. And this one is just a double, because just yesterday I had to switch up my program. I have been seeing growth and progress, and I have been sore, but last week I wasn't sore like that. It was the week where I was like, okay, I gotta level up. So just yesterday I did some experimenting with leveling up my program, and single leg hip thrusts. I used to do these all the time, and let's just say I know why I forgot. I know why I forgot them. But this time I did them with ankle weights, and baby, I've been walking around all day like, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ee, 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 ee. It's been a mess. Like, I can't, but I know it's gonna pay off. So yeah, single leg hip thrust, those are the ones right there. Do not sleep on that. The best way to get the most out of these for me is making sure, #1, I'm going through the full range of motion. So you see my hips come up slowly. My hips are going directly up towards the ceiling. I'm putting pressure on my heel to press up, and that's going to help activate the glute more. Another thing is you want to make sure that you're tucking your hips underneath you just a little bit so that you have a neutral pelvis. You don't want to be doing like the little quick spurts of thrusting up, because most likely when you're moving that fast, you're not pushing that weight with the muscles you want to be using. You're using your lower back, and that's really dangerous. So that is the tip that I have for single leg hip thrusts. Now that we've got all 4 of those all in the queue, I can kind of just chat it up and tell y'all what doesn't really work for me or what hasn't really worked for me. So you know the hex bar deadlifts? Yeah. Yep. Nothing. Also Bulgarians, nothing. Single leg RDLs, I put 40 pounds, like 20 and 20, went at it, nothing. And you know what it is with the RDLs, the single leg RDLs, is a certain amount of weight and dumbbell I'm not willing to hold. So I'm not willing to stand there and hold 35 and 35 for 12 reps and think that I'm working my hips when really I'm working my arms. Like, I'm just not willing to gaslight myself like that. So yeah, those are just a couple ones that are really popular, but that just haven't been working for me, or that, you know, I try them, I throw them in the program, and then it's just like it was me, you know. So I'm just sharing my process and everything with you guys. Yeah, so those are my top 4 right now. I will have a updated leg day routine, since, you know, we didn't have to level up, but I'm just keep testing this one, stay consistent with it. Yeah, I need to write it down before I forget it, because I went ham. But yes, those are my top 4, and I hope that this video helped you out. I hope you got some ideas for your next leg day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.